Hey, what's going on, guys? I hate to do this video because I actually like the guy as a person, but I think he's a nice guy, a good guy. I think he's a devout Christian, and I think he's got a good heart. But I say do not support Moon Jae-In because I think he believes in following rule of law and order in South Korea, and he will recognize President Park, whatever decision the government makes about President Park Geun-hye. But he is he is naive when it comes to North Korea, and he does not take them serious enough. He doesn't take their evil serious enough, and he does not understand that North Korea is the world's leading persecutor of Christians. It is the worst place in the world to be a Christian. If you are Christian or Catholic in North Korea, you get sent to a concentration camp, and the chances of survival is around 21%. If you're a Christian and get sent to a concentration camp, the chances of surviving in that concentration camp is 21%. And Moon Jae-In wants the Sunshine Policy restored, which is unconditional economic aid to North Korea, regardless of North Korea's human rights situation. And the premise is that that South Korea wants to improve North Korea's basic economic conditions by doing that, the ones that support the Sunshine Policy. But the problem is the problem with that is that the money does not go to who needs to get it, because there have been North Korean defectors within South Korea that I have spoken to that have said that when the Sunshine Policy was going on, their lives didn't improve. They didn't see any of the food. They didn't see any of the money. They didn't see any of the flour. They didn't see any of the grain. They didn't see any of that aid. So the aid just goes to the North Korean elite. When that happens, it doesn't help the average North Korean person. Moon Jae-In has to be aware of that by now, but he still supports unconditional economic aid to North Korea. And also, aside from that, North Korea still conducted 2 nuclear tests during the Sunshine Policy. It didn't make South Korea any safer. The Sunshine Policy was also implemented in 1997, and in 1998, South Korea caught a North Korean spy submarine off its coastal waters. And there were also 2 naval clashes in the West Sea. Apparently, Moon Jae-In did not see that movie Northern Limit Line, where South Korean tourists were going to Mount Kumgang all the time, but the North Korean Navy still threatened South Korea and still attacked them. They attacked the South Korean Navy. So Moon Jae-In, and also when Moon Jae-In was No Moo-hyun's ambassador to the UN, Moon Jae-In abstained from condemning North Korea on human rights. He abstained on voting for that. But not only did he do that, before he decided to abstain, he called North Korea and asked how he should vote. Okay, South Korea does not deserve a candidate that's going to talk and ask one of the most evil regimes in the world how to vote on an evil regime's human rights record. So asking an evil country if he or she should condemn their evilness is common sense wise wrong, and common sense wise it's very, very nonsensical. So unless Moon Jae-In improves or changes his North Korea policy, South Korea does not need to support him, because he is going to make South Korea more dangerous. He's going to unintentionally empower North Korea. He's going to not condemn the human rights levels. And when that happens, usually the North Korean defectors that live in South Korea, they're usually prohibited from speaking out. That happened to Kang Chol-won, the author of Aquariums from Pyongyang. He was prohibited from speaking out against North Korea. They can't speak out. The people who send the balloons over to North Korea are prohibited from doing that. Never mind that the balloons may be talking about North Korea's evilness, the lack of religious freedom in North Korea, the lack of political freedom, the lack of a right to protest. You can't do the balloon launches anymore. The third thing is the South Korean envoys and UN envoys are usually prohibited from going to where the food is stored, and they can't monitor where the North Koreans are distributing the food. That has happened. So when the Sunshine Policy is implemented, there's no condemnation of North Korea. There's no aggressive stance. North Korea develops their nuclear weapons and still gets unconditional aid that's not given to its regular people. It's given to the elite KWP, the Korean Workers' Party, and its rulers. So that's just why I tell people don't support Moon Jae-In. And I think he's a very good guy. I think you know, I think he's got a very good heart, but I think he is very, very ignorant and naive when it comes to the evilness of North Korea. So anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Take care. God bless them. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.